He jests at scars that never felt a wound. But soft, what light through yonder window breaks? It is the east, and Juliet is the sun. Arise, fair sun, and kill the envious moon, who is already sick and pale with grief, that thou, her maid, art far more fair than she. Be not her maid, since she is envious. Her vestal livery is but sick and green, and none but fools do wear it. Cast it off, it is my lady, oh, it is my love. Oh, that she knew she were. She speaks, yet she says nothing. What of that? Her eyes are discourses, I will answer it. I am too bold. 'Tis not to me she speaks. Two of the fairest stars in all of heaven have some business do entreat her eyes to twinkle in their spheres till they return. What if her eyes were there, they in her head? The brightness of her cheek would shame those stars, as daylight doth a lamp. Her eye in heaven would through the airy regions stream so bright, that birds would sing and think it were not night. See how she leans her cheek upon her hand. Oh, that I were a glove upon that hand, that I might touch that cheek.
Ay me!
She speaks. Oh, speak again, bright angel, for thou art as glorious to this night, being o'er my head, as the winged messenger of heaven, upon to the white upturned, wondering eyes of mortals that fall back to gaze on him, when he bestrides the lazy puffing clouds and sails upon the bosom of air.
O Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou Romeo? Deny thy father, and refuse thy name. Or if thou wilt not be but sworn my love, and I'll no longer be a Capulet.
Shall I hear more, or shall I speak at this?
'Tis but thy name that is my enemy. Thou art myself, though not a Montague. What's a Montague? It is nor hand, nor foot, nor arm, nor face, nor any other part belonging to a man. Oh, be some other name. What's in a name? What, that which we call a rose, by any other word would smell as sweet. So Romeo would, were he not Romeo called, retain that dear perfection which he owes without that tie. Romeo doth thy name, and for that name, which is no part of thee, take all thyself.
I take thee at thy word, call me but love, and I'll be new baptized, henceforth I will never be Romeo.
What man art thou that thus be screened in night, so stumblest on my counsel?
By a name, I know not how to tell thee who I am. My name, dear saint, is hateful to myself, because it is an enemy to thee. Had I it written, I would tear the word.
My ears have not yet drunk 100 words of that tongue's uttering, yet I know the sound. Art thou not Romeo, and a Montague?
Neither, fair maid, if either thee dislike.
How camest thou hither? Tell me, and wherefore? The orchard walls are high and hard to climb, and the place death, considering who thou art, if any of my kinsmen find thee here.
With love's light wings did I o'erapproach these walls, for stony limits cannot hold love out, and what love can do that dares love attempt, therefore thy kinsmen are not no stop to me.
If they do see thee, they will murder thee.
Alack, there lies more peril in thine eye than 20 of their swords. Look thou but sweet, and I am proof against their enmity.
I would not for the world they saw thee here.
I have night's cloak to hide me from their eyes, and but thou love me, let them find me here. My life were better ended by their hate than death prorogued waiting of thy love.
By whose direction foundest thou art this place?
By love that first did prompt me to inquire, he lent me counsel, and I lent him eyes. I am no pilot, yet wert thou as far as the vast shore washed in with the farthest sea, I would adventure for such merchandise.
Thou knowest the mask of night is on my face. Else would a maiden blush me paint my cheek, for that which thou hast heard me speak tonight. Fain would I dwell on form, fain deny what I have spoke, but farewell compliment. Dost thou love me? I know thou wilt say aye, and I will take thy word. Yet if thou swearest, thou mayest prove false. At lovers' perjuries, they say, Jove laughs. O gentle Romeo, if thou dost love, pronounce it faithfully. Or if thou thinkest, I am too quickly won, I'll frown and be and say thee nay. So thou wilt woo, but else not for the world. In truth, fair Montague, I am too fond, and therefore thou mayst think I'm in Haver light. But trust me, gentlemen, I'll prove more true than those that have more coying to be strange. I should have been more strange, I must confess. But that thou overheardest ere I was ware. My true love's passion, therefore pardon me, and I am not impugn this yielding to light love, which the dark night hath so discovered.
Lady, by yonder blessed moon I vow that tips with silver all these fruit tree tops.
Oh, swear not by the moon, the constant moon that monthly changes in her circle orb. Least that thy prove likewise variable.
What shall I swear by?
Do not swear at all, or if thou wilt, swear by the gracious self, which is the God of my idolatry, and I'll believe thee.
If my heart's dear love...
Well, do not swear, although I joy thee. I have no joy in this contract tonight. It is too rash, too unadvised, too sudden, too like the lightning which doth crease to be, or one can say it lightens. Sweet good night. This bud of love by summer's ripening breath may prove a bodacious flower when next we meet. Good night, as sweet repose and rest come to thy heart as within my breast.
Oh, wilt thou leave me so unsatisfied?
What satisfaction canst thou have tonight?
The exchange of thy love faithful vow for mine.
I gave thee mine before thou didst request it, and yet it were to give again.
Wouldst thou withdraw it? For what purpose, love?
But to be frank, and give it to thee again, and yet I wish for the thing I have. My bounty is as boundless as the sea. My love is deep. The more I give to thee, the more I have, for both are infinite. Juliet! And I hear some noise from within. Dear love, adieu.